Hello my lovelies, so this is Lizzie from Love from Lizzie, and today I'm bringing the unboxing of the December 2024 Love from Lizzie card kits. Just before we jump into that, I have got a few updates. There is a number, so please check your inboxes because I'll send out a newsletter with this information as well. However, we are shipping from Monday the 2nd of December, which is just under 2 weeks from today. If you are a subscriber and you want to make the most of your free add-on shipping and you want things to arrive with you before Christmas, your orders will need to be placed by Thursday the 28th at 9 AM Mountain Time. That's next week. So you've got about 8-9 days from now to place any add-on orders, and that will come in your December box. We will still be shipping beyond the 2nd of December, of course. However, the next kit, if you're a subscriber, won't be coming out until January. So that's the shipping dealt with. We have got a Black Friday sale starting today. So from this video being live, there is a separate category within the website which lists all of the products that we have got a 15% discount sale on. You don't have to use any coupon codes, it's all done for you, so you just add it to your basket and it will sit there. The Black Friday deals won't combine with any other discounts that we have available at the moment, apart from, of course, that add-on shipping being free for subscribers. So if you are a subscriber, you can purchase from the Black Friday discount section, and it will combine and go into your kit box, which, as I say, will be coming out to you from the 2nd of December. We have also got the wish list and filters now implemented in our website. By popular demand, we were emailed and contacted via Facebook many different times, many different ways, by people wanting to be able to have a wish list. So we have got our wish lists back up. All you have to do is be logged into your account and then you can click on the heart. You can have different lists, so if you've got, if you have a wish list of dies that you'd like and a wish list of stamps, or not quite sure how different people organise their wishes, hopes and dreams. However, you have got options with our website now, and with the filters. So in the peel-offs you can filter by mirror finish in blue and see all of the shapes, or see all of the pinstripes that have got a purple shade to them, and so on. So have a little look, have a play around. We've really enjoyed getting these features up and running, so that they should hopefully make the shopping experience a little bit nicer. And finally, admin wise, we have recently this year in fact moved to Canada, and one of the challenges we are currently facing with that move is that there is a strike with Canada Post. So as of Friday last week, we have not been able to ship any orders. So we have come up with a system. You will have received an email from us if you have placed an order, and there is 2 ways in which we're going to handle this. If you are happy to wait for your order until Canada Post are no longer striking, we will of course ship your order with a free stamp set. We will include a stamp set at no extra cost to you, to say thank you for waiting and as an apology. The alternative is that once a week as a minimum, more likely to be 2, possibly 3 times a week, we will load up the truck and trailer and whatever we need, and drive down to the USA, to Montana, where we live in Alberta. We will become importers to the USA for the purposes of being able to pack up all of our orders and then drive them down to northern Montana to a post office and ship them via USPS. It is going to be a 5 or 6 hour round trip, so it's quite a commitment. It's quite a big chunk out of the day, especially when we have a little piglet to consider. But we want people to be receiving their orders. We don't want our customers to be sad and to end up going to Amazon or something. We want you to carry on supporting small business, so this is what we are going to do. And to that effect, if there are any small Canadian companies that are very nearby to us and they would like any of their orders taking over, get in touch with us, and if we can help you, we will. Us small businesses have to stick together. So yeah, get in touch. If you are Canadian, obviously sending something by USPS won't help. So we are sourcing an alternative carrier. We did look into using like express couriers to ship all of our orders. However, we can't manage them to ship a kit with UPS or FedEx or DHL or any of these sorts of carriers. We are looking at around 100 Canadian dollars ish. So in US dollars, it's around the $70 mark. And we don't charge anywhere near that for shipping, and we wouldn't expect that our customers would want to pay that. So these are the options that we've come up with. So if when you place an order, if it's a subscriber add-on order, everything will go as usual. You don't need to do anything. If you are buying peel-offs or just a kit separate from the subscription service, if you can pop into the notes whether you're happy for it to wait for Canada Post or if you would like us to ship from the USA, if you can make it clear in that box, that would be great. If you forget, we'll send you an email to find out what it is you want us to do. We want to make sure that you guys are happy. And if anyone's got any suggestions, of course, we're always open to. Anyhow, this is supposed to be an unboxing. Please check your inboxes for all of these details that will be in a newsletter. However, let me introduce you to the December kit, which is ruby red. So the colours of this are a little bit misleading because they are all reds, greens, whites and golds. So one may think that this is a festive kit. However, one may be mistaken. So let's just dig in. So there are 5 sheets of cardstock. They're 8.5 by 11. So this is a grey. Now this particular sheet is 240 GSM as opposed to 300. So it is a lighter weight. It's lovely for die cutting, and you will see what I had in mind for that being lighter in a moment. You've got alcohol marker friendly white cardstock. You have got this really lovely, it's like a deep chocolate, almost dark chocolate brown. It's lovely dark ruby red and a really lovely forest green. So they are the 5 sheets of cardstock. As I say, 8.5 by 11, so they can be split either lengthways or widthways to create 10 card bases. And this month I have included a couple of extra unusual sizes because unusual size card bases seem to be the thing at the minute. So I'm trying to keep on trend with you all. So these are both gold pearlescent, both the envelope and the card. And they are double-sided. This is a 5 by 7 inch card. And this, just to make doubly sure that I'm right, yes, is a 6 by 6 inch card. So you could use a whole sheet of patterned paper with this one if you wanted. But they are the 2 card and envelopes. So in fact, this month, 12 cards are possible as a minimum from what's in the kit. However, you may prefer this card to be die cut from or used as a mat and layer. And then you have an envelope for your stash or to pop a money gift in or something. We have got some foam alphabet and number stickers, and I'm going to slip these out so that you can have a look. One of the reasons that I thought that these were really pretty is that they have got glitter to them, that they are a white glitter and it is non-shed. So I'm really hoping that the camera can pick this up because it's super subtle. It's not the usual glitter, which has almost like an iridescence to it. This is just a sparkle. just like the snow that's sat on the floor outside my window at the moment. We have had an absolute dump yesterday. It's about 8 or 9 inches, I think, in the end. So, being a Brit, we don't get much snow, and when we do get snow, the country falls apart. So it's just been very interesting seeing how people carry on going about their lives. The new peel-offs this month are the Ruby Red Mini Twinkle. I thought these were very sweet, and to add a little bit of sparkle and shine onto your projects. And being that the kit is ruby red, we had to use the ruby red peel-offs. I'm going to do my best to not have everything jump around under the camera. Okay. Next, from the A4 back, we have the stencil. Now this one is something that we're super excited about. This is, I'm not sure if you can quite see there at the bottom, but this is the Love from Lizi Into the Woods stencil. And they are almost like silver birch trees. They have the little lines in, as if broken, and then the spindly leaves and branches, and this is a really lovely stencil to create backgrounds with. Both subtle and strong can be made depending on how much you want to ink. It is, of course, as you can see in places, very delicate, but I have used this myself and I will show you the card I've made with it. And it stands up. This is the piece to be aware of course, if you're scrubbing. It is a delicate stencil, but because it's delicate, what you can make from it is beautiful. Now, let's talk about pattern papers. So it obviously is a Love from Lizi exclusive this month. It is ruby red, and I'm guessing if you hadn't worked it out yet, you will now know that there is a very strong theme here. So we have trees that almost look like lollipops over this really lovely chocolate brown. There are 12 sheets, they are single-sided, and they are super heavyweight, so they're going to really give your card some nice stability. Here we have what looks like almost like a picnic basket with a jam jar and a baguette. There's lanterns, bows, some florals. And in case you hadn't noticed, I will tell you now, this is part of the Lash Girl series. And we have the Wolf and we have Red Riding Hood. Absolutely love Red Riding Hood. I know there is a multitude of different versions, some of which are happier than others. But as a child, I always loved Red Riding Hood. My sister did a very convincing Red Riding Hood fancy dress for Halloween one year. I won't dig those pictures up for her benefit. Then we have a lovely check here, and then we have more of the florals and the foodstuffs over that ruby red colour. We have a larger version of the check, or tartan, or plaid, the crisscross. Here we have these wolves, and they're organised so that it almost looks like swashes, like flowers, but it is actually lots of wolves over top of some florals. Then we have this lovely floral arrangement over white, floral arrangement over brown. The house, or the cottage, Grandma's cottage, or Granny, I think it's Granny, isn't it? With some trees, and that's over a really nice deep green. Then we have red with the cabin and the trees and the wolf, that's over white. And then we have a much smaller floral arrangement over the white. So they are all the patterned papers. The stamp set this month, in fact, will probably be okay to see this way. So as you can see, you have red, and you have the wolf, and then proportionally you have the lantern, which can be stamped to be held, or you have the food basket, which can be stamped and held. And there are lots of sentiments, and they are unusual this month. They are not the general sort of hello and happy birthday and the regular ones. These are Red Riding Hood themed ones, so that you can really dig into the theme this month. So, sometimes the most perilous journeys bring the greatest rewards. Now I've kept them separate so that you can stamp them as one sentiment, or you can put one on the outside and one on the inside. But if you pop them together, on the inside you can stamp "You've got this," because, you know, it can be perilous. life is often. We have "Hope your day is jam-packed with fun," and there is a separate jam stamp there. "Fear always makes the wolf bigger than he is, ... And then on the inside of the card, "You've got this." "What a big heart I have, all the better to love you with." Again, separate, so that you can stamp on the inside as well if you like. And yes, I did manipulate that sentiment somewhat, rather than being the regular "what big eyes you have." And "Hope your day is sweet like jam." So that's the stamp set. As I say, I have made some cards with the kit already. I will show you them at the end, and I have used some of the sentiments. So, Ephemera, lots and lots as ever. So we've got the jams, let's just tip her all out here and run through them. We have got Red Riding Hood with darker hair and skin, with darker hair and pale skin tones. We've got wolves, and there are multiples of everything, so that you can make more than one card, more than one design, and not worry, because I find that with ephemera, that I look at it and I think, I don't know that I want to use this, because then I won't be able to use it again. So there are lots of different pieces, but there are lots of repeats. You've got bows, lanterns, baskets, there's some little sprigs of greenery, lots of cottages, some of the big blooms if you prefer to use flowers, more cottages, trees, a very large lantern, walls, more Red Riding Hoods, lots of trees, different sized floral bouquets. There's a little red, a blonde haired red. Yes, so as you can see, lots and lots for you to choose from. That is the A4 bag now dealt with, and we have an embellishment bag, which we will now get into. So the die this month is something that when it turned up, I was so excited. As you can see, really lovely big die. This is both a cut and embossed die. Now, if you die cut it from white and ignore the alcohol bleed through, this is what it looks like. And then all I did was I die cut some of the alcohol marker friendly cardstock that comes in the kit, and then I have coloured it using my Copic markers. And then I have, let me just pop that in the card base behind so you get an idea of size. So this is a regular A2 size card base. I used some Jelly Roll pens. I also went over with some of the Sparkle Copics. But as you can see, such a pretty die. And there's so many different ways that you can enjoy it. And I have actually made a card. If you're not in my Facebook group, you may not have seen. But I have made a card with this die. So that die comes in. We get 3 toppers that say thank you. And they are gold foiled, and they do have a foam dimensional on the back that is adhesive, so you can just peel and pop. Let's get it out of here. We have a bag of red ultra fine glitter, and it is super sealed up. so that it can be used. And there is, I believe it's 3 grams, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it does not go an awful long way. So we've got that. And we've also got some faux snow, which I absolutely love. It's shredded plastic, it's nothing fancy, but it looks so effective and it's so crinkly. And in here there are red and white snow sequins. So I'm not going to make a mess by pulling it all out now, but I will make a card and share the shaker idea. And there is a strip of oversized gems which I thought were really cute, and considering the jam, I thought they could be grouped together as, you know, sort of maybe an apricots or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure quite how I'm going to make those work, but I will. Then we have another one of these super cute mini Ziplocs. Now I shared this in the last unboxing, but just in case you missed that one, if you twist the bag between your finger and your thumb, it will open it. Then you pop your finger in. If you're trying to pull it open from the top, that can be a bit tricky. But you 3 charms this month that are gold, and they say handmade with love. So these are really nice to hang on the back of your card, or on the front potentially, or if you make any other sorts of gifts. If you're buying a card kit, it's because you're a maker, so being able to let everybody know that you've made it is very special. And the last but by no means least, we have the twine and string. Now this month we've gone a little bit different from the ribbons that we usually have. There are 3 white bows that are pre-tied, so you can dress up the wolf if you wanted to stamp him out a bit, or a tree perhaps. Lots of options. Or Red Riding Hood could have a bow. But there are those, and there are also 3 lengths. They're approximately 25 centimetres. Let me just see what that is in inch money. Just shy of 10 inches of each red, gold and silver little beads, and they are super tiny little beads. They're almost like what you would find on a Christmas tree, you know, the beaded garlands. And then the last one, which I thought was brilliant, is this, which has got no business being on a card, if I'm honest. However, it does stretch flat and look almost like rope. It is a mesh tube, so it's something that you could feed something in, or you could make a handle from, or you can treat, and as I say, it does completely flatten because it's mesh. So you can stick it down onto your card front as just a really unusual piece of ribbon or border. You could tie a bow from it. She says, hoping that she manages now. It's just an unusual thing, and I like to try as much as possible to include things that are a little unusual in the kits for us to think about how we might use and push the boundaries a little bit. Anyhow, that is the Ruby Red card kit. Let me just see if I can cover up some of this glare. And I have made some cards. Now, if you're in my Facebook group, you will have seen this one. So this is made from the die. I die cut the whole die from a piece of gold mirror, and then I got some off-cut pieces of green, which is just regular green cardstock, the cardstock that comes in the kit. Then I used a small amount of red pearlescent and black pearlescent and a small piece of craft. And I laid them into the die in the appropriate areas, run them through, and then it's just glued them on top of the gold. Because the gold's sort of like a background, it's nice that everything was a little bit lifted up. And then I used some of the red gems, which will be in the release video coming up shortly, to just decorate up the rest. And then I've used the stitch rectangle dies in white and the red pearlescent that I used for the poinsettia, and then put that onto a top folding A2 card. And as you can see, it's a really, really super pretty die. I absolutely love this. And you could, if you wanted to, snip away the lantern so that you've just got a poinsettia, or if you wanted just holly and ivy. These are embossed, and there are actual extra cut lines. As you can see, the detail in this is really very pretty. So that's the first card that I've made. The second card was a thank you card. Being the time of year that it is, people send a lot of gifts, and it's nice to send acknowledgements. All I did here was die cut some of the grey that matches with the wolf, some of the wolf pattern paper, put some double-sided sticky tape down and burnished in some of the glitter. This is my string of beads, one of the toppers. So it's a very simple, very quick card, but that's the second that I made. And the third card, I had a bit of fun with this one. I got really messy. So I've used the green from the kit. I die cut an oval using the white cardstock from the kit, and I laid the stencil over the top and moved it around, and I used I moved the stencil 3 times using different oxide inks, and then I went over the whole thing with an antique linen just to take the harshness off the white. Popped up a couple of ephemera pieces with some gems tucked in, and stamped "Sometimes the most perilous journeys bring the greatest rewards." And I splatter sprayed that with some Nuvo sprays, and that's the third card. So I will put some still shots up of the kit now. This has been a super long video, so if you've made it to the end, well done and thank you very much. I appreciate you. The kit is now available in the shop. It is actually under very limited quantities this month. We've had an awful lot of interest in the subscription. Thinking it's probably because the amount of saving that you make from buying them a la carte, but yes, it's strictly while stocks lasts. The Black Friday sale is running. If you want to watch the release video, I will recap on these details. But as I say, check your inboxes, make sure that we're not in your spam folder, because the newsletter will have all the information that I've shared at the beginning. More cards will be coming, and so please subscribe on our YouTube and TikTok channels, follow us on Instagram, and the Facebook group is where I'll do live videos and have a good chat. We are announcing our design team, I believe, next week, but we will be in touch with recipients throughout this week for people that have applied. So thank you very much, and until next time, let's make something beautiful. Bye.